My greatest business lesson. I learned it the hard way. My name is CF Hutter, and if your business buys Bitcoin, you can call me Chauncey. I was one walk to the mailbox away from having a heart attack. It turns out that I had 5 areas in my heart that were 50% or more blocked. 1 triple bypass surgery and a couple of complications later, and I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. Plus, I had a long recovery ahead of me. How would this physical and mental setback impact my business? This is a problem. I was the bottleneck. Have you ever heard the story about the shoemaker with the holes in his shoes? Moi, that was me. So without going into all the gory details, it's just not fun being a business owner on your back with a bunch of tubes coming out of your body for 2 weeks, and there's payroll, and there's customers and clients, and there's delivery of services, and all these things. I mean, this wasn't like I was expecting to do this. This is not on the calendar, you know what I'm saying? I'll never forget that Monday when I got out of the hospital and I got home. It was actually April 15th. Pretty funny. I hadn't filed my taxes yet. And so I got my office manager to drive me. I got our taxes and our situation, and I sat in the back holding this pillow to kind of protect the surgery that had just happened, and she drove me out about 30 minutes down the road. I walked into their accountant's office and dropped off, signed some stuff, and they were going to go ahead and file for me. And my wife and I have our taxes filed. Okay, great. Okay, it's done. We did it. Mentally, physically, I was spent. Just that one thing, leaving the hospital. Well, when you're physically and mentally and emotionally and a lot of things spent, what do? Well, one of the things that I found is if I'm stuck, I have got to get in motion. When you are stuck, you got to get moving. So now it's Tuesday. Okay, we took care of Uncle Sam yesterday. Now, with zero creativity, I literally have limited strength. I know I've only got a certain amount of time this morning before I'm going to be conked out sleeping in my bed, not with hardly any energy. I just don't have a lot of strength after the surgery. So I wrote a short 1-page letter because that's all I had time for. Not even time, just that's all I could do. And I did the best I could, and I manually sent that, customized it for each client, my top 20 clients, and I individually sent out an email to them to renew their coaching group, their particular coaching services with me by the end of the week on Friday. Why was I doing this? Because I didn't have any money. This heart triple bypass surgery affecting my life, I mean, totally messing up my calendar. This window of time is when I was scheduled to do a bunch of coaching renewals from all my clients, my best ones, for the rest of the year. And I was doing something crazy like getting heart surgery. Okay, cash is now in the bank. We can breathe. But the long road to recovery was just the beginning. Now, what's my biggest lesson? What am I trying to get across to you? My biggest lesson was, I don't care what situation you're in, everybody gets stuck. You have to start moving, get in motion. It may not be the most productive motion, it may not be the greatest motion. Start moving in the direction that you think it would be best. One last thing before we finish out. I cannot do a video without saying the word Bitcoin. And if you don't know anything about Bitcoin, it would be a huge mistake for me to say to you, oh, don't worry about it. Just stay like you are, stay stuck. No. Get in motion on that topic. Bitcoin is a real thing. Bitcoin is not going away. It is the future, and it would be a huge mistake if you chose just to push it aside. I'll leave you with this. It is Bitcoin time.